Ever feel like nobody's listening? Like your thoughts and opinions are just floating in the air, unheard and unnoticed? Like the decisions being made don't reflect your reality? It's frustrating, isn't it? Seeing policies and rules that don't align with your needs or the needs of your community. Well, guess what? You have a voice. And it's not just any voice, it's a powerful tool that can shape the world around you. It's called your vote, and it's more powerful than you think. When you cast your ballot, you're not just ticking a box, you're making a statement. In a democracy, voting is your superpower. It's the way you can influence change, hold leaders accountable, and ensure your voice is heard. It's how you tell those in charge what you want, what you need, and what you believe in. It's your chance to speak up for your community and your future, and what you won't stand for. It's your way of saying, this is important to me and I won't be ignored. Think of it this way. Every vote is like a brick. Each one might seem small on its own, but together they form the foundation of our society. One brick might not build a house, but when you combine it with thousands of others, you can create something strong and lasting. Or put enough bricks together and you can build anything. You can build schools, hospitals, parks, and community centers, and a better future for everyone. A future where everyone's needs are met and everyone's voice is heard. But here's the catch. You gotta use your voice. You have to take that step and make your vote count. Don't let someone else decide your future for you. Don't let apathy or doubt silence you. Get out there and vote. Your voice matters. Your vote counts, and your participation is crucial. And together we can make a real difference. When we all come together, our collective voices can create the change we want to see in the world. Democracy sounds like a big fancy word, right? But it's actually pretty simple. It means rule by the people. That's us, folks. We the people get to decide how our country, our state, our city is run. And how do we do that? By voting. It's the most direct way to have your say in a democracy. It's about choosing the people who will represent you and your interests. Think about it. Education, healthcare, the environment, all these things are impacted by who's in office. And who gets to choose those leaders? We do. So yeah, voting is kind of a big deal. Don't believe one vote can make a difference? Think again. Throughout history, there have been countless instances where a single vote or a small number of votes have swayed the outcome of crucial elections. History is full of examples where elections were decided by a handful of votes. These moments remind us of the immense power and responsibility that comes with casting a ballot. Like that time in 1960 when John F. Kennedy won the presidency by a margin of less than 0.2%. Every vote counts, people. Imagine if just a few more people had stayed home that day. The course of history could have been entirely different. And it's not just about national elections. Local elections play a critical role in shaping our communities and daily lives. Local elections, the ones for mayor, city council, school board, those matter too. Remember Harvey Milk? His election was a groundbreaking moment in history. He became one of the first openly gay elected officials in the U.S., fighting for LGBTQ+ rights. His victory was not just a win for him, but for an entire community seeking representation and equality. His victory? A testament to the power of grassroots organizing and every single vote. It shows how collective effort and participation can lead to significant change. These stories prove that change doesn't just happen. It requires action, dedication, and the willingness to stand up and be counted. We have to make it happen. By registering to vote, encouraging others to do the same, and showing up on election day, we take control of our future. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is by voting. Every vote is a voice, and every voice matters. So next time you think your vote doesn't count, remember these stories. Your vote could be the one that makes all the difference. We get it. Sometimes it feels like your vote doesn't matter, like politicians are all the same and nothing ever changes anyway. But here's the thing about that kind of thinking. It's exactly what those in power want you to think. When people don't vote, they're essentially saying, go ahead, make decisions without me, I don't care. And guess what? Someone else will gladly step in and make those decisions for you, probably not someone who shares your values or priorities. The truth is, not voting isn't neutral, it has real consequences. It allows for policies that harm communities, silence voices, and perpetuate injustices. So yeah, staying silent comes at a price. Section 5. Your first time, easy steps to cast your vote. All right, first-time voters, listen up. This guide is for you. We know the process can seem daunting, but trust us, it's way easier than you think. Voting is a fundamental right and a way to make your voice heard. And once you've done it once, you'll be a pro in no time. The first step is always the hardest, but it gets easier. First things first, register to vote. This is the most crucial step. You can't cast your ballot if you're not registered. Make sure all your information is accurate. Don't worry, it's super easy. It only takes a few minutes. You can usually do it online, by mail, or even at the DMV. Each method is straightforward and convenient. Just Google your state voter registration and follow the instructions. The website will guide you through the process step by step. Next, figure out how you want to vote. There are several options available to suit your needs. You can vote early in person, by mail, also known as absentee voting, or in person on election day. Each option has its own set of rules and deadlines. Each method has its pros and cons, so choose what works best for you. Consider your schedule, convenience, and any potential barriers. Research the candidates and issues on the ballot. Being informed will help you make the best decision. Finally, double-check your registration status and make a plan to vote. Mark the date on your calendar and set reminders. Voting is a powerful way to contribute to your community and country, so get out there and make your voice heard. Remember, every vote counts. Your participation matters. Happy voting. Section 6. Make your mark. The importance of local elections. We often hear about the presidential elections, right? All the buzz, the debates, the drama. But here's the thing, local elections, those are the ones that often impact your day-to-day life even more directly. Think about it. Your city council decides on things like public transportation, parks, and local businesses. Your school board determines what your kids are learning and how those schools are funded. These are the issues that directly affect your community, your family, your life. So, yeah, those local elections, they're a big deal. Don't sleep on them. Get informed about the candidates, their platforms, and what they plan to do for your community. Section 7. Beyond the ballot. Other ways to make your voice heard. Voting is crucial, no doubt. It's the foundation of a healthy democracy. But guess what? It's not the only way to make a difference. There are tons of other ways to get involved and make your voice heard year-round, not just during election season. Volunteer your time. Join a local organization that aligns with your values. Whether it's fighting for social justice, protecting the environment, or supporting education, there's a group out there for you. Contact your elected officials. That's right, those folks work for you. Let them know what issues matter to you. Write letters, make phone calls, attend town hall meetings. Make your voice heard. Section 8. Fight for your right, overcoming barriers to voting. Let's be real. For some folks, voting isn't as easy as walking into a polling place. There are barriers, sometimes intentional, that make it harder for certain communities to exercise their right to vote. Voter ID laws, limited polling places, and confusing registration processes. These are just a few examples. But here's the good news. Knowledge is power. Once you're aware of the barriers, you can start breaking them down. Educate yourself on the specific voting laws in your state. Spread the word to your friends and family. And most importantly, don't be afraid to speak out against injustice. Fight for everyone's right to vote, regardless of their background, income, or zip code. Section 9. A ripple effect, inspiring others to join the movement. You know what's even more powerful than one person voting? A whole bunch of people voting. So once you've cast your ballot, don't stop there. Spread the word. Talk to your friends, family, co-workers, that random person you met at the coffee shop. Share your voting experience on social media. Use your platform to encourage others to get registered and make a plan to vote. Organize a voter registration drive in your community. Every little bit counts. Remember, voting can be contagious. When people see their peers engaged in the democratic process, they're more likely to get involved themselves. Section 10. Your vote, your future. Shaping the world you want to see. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Your vote is your voice. It's your chance to shape the world you want to see. Want better schools? Vote for it. Want affordable health care? Vote for it. Want action on climate change? You guessed it, vote for it. Don't underestimate the power you hold as a citizen. Every election is a chance to create change, to make your voice heard, and to build a brighter future for generations to come. So what are you waiting for? Get registered, get informed, get out there and vote. Section 11. Now go vote. We've talked about the power of voting, the importance of civic engagement, and the impact it can have on our communities and our future. Now it's time to put those words into action. Don't just sit there and complain about the way things are. Get up and do something about it. Register to vote, make a plan, and cast your ballot in the next election. Your voice matters, your vote counts, and together, we can make a difference. So what are you waiting for? Go vote.